Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to the Georgia Shooting Connection Friday Night Live stream. Hope y'all had a good week. And we'll start going around the room. There's Dwayne, 7834. We're already quite populated out here. Thank all y'all for coming. Thank all you guys on the panel for showing up. Scotsman, how was your week, brother? Hope you're feeling better.
Good to be here. Good to see everyone up in the side chat. I always appreciate Link to come in and be a part of this. It's a Friday. I'm happy it's a Friday. As far as how I'm feeling, it's been up and down all week, but a little bit better today. Lots of ice and lots of physical therapy. And again, it's just going to be a little bit of a slow journey for me to get back to 100%. But I appreciate everybody out there. I appreciate Hillbilly and all you guys for stepping up and doing what you're doing. And it was not something I ever intended to be on the receiving end of. I never did any of the stuff I've done over the years with an expectation to ever get anything back for it. And never asked for it, never wanted it, but it is appreciated. So I can't thank you guys enough for what you're doing.
Yeah, Get to Gary's our witness. I cornered him last Saturday night, and I'm like, he said no, and I'm like, yeah, this is happening if you like it or not, brother.
Thanks for being here, Scotsman. CW, how was your week?
It was a busy one, but we had that heat wave go through, so I tried to get out on Monday, but it was just too much. I could feel it for sure, and it's not often that I really feel the effects of the heat, but they had all kinds of air quality alerts and all kinds of heat index warnings, and anybody with any kind of heart condition or ailments or breathing should stay sheltered. And so that's what I did through Wednesday. And then Thursday I planned on getting to the range, but I started talking in the morning with a friend of mine, and we started farting around with some reloading stuff, and before I knew it, that was that. And today was all doctors. I had scans and therapies and tests and discs to be done, and then blood to be drawn, and run over here, run over there. And I actually just ran in the house here I got here maybe an hour ago and put some food in my face and washed the dishes and changed my shirt, and here I am. It just was since 9 o'clock this morning. I've been running around. I probably put 150 miles on the truck. So it's been a busy day. Hopefully get some relaxing in and get to the range on Sunday and make some more videos. I got a great package from Papa's Place. A video come out today. Walter was also a recipient, and we got some stuff out to a couple other people. So we're spreading the love, and we received some love. So it was a good week overall. Hillbilly, how was your week?
Make sure I'm unmuted here. Oh, man, it's a good week. Good week. We got some rain, and a really good rain, and it cooled off a little bit. So, yeah, it's been amazing as far as the weather's been going, and been having a wonderful week, really. And been able to talk to a lot of people that's helping out Scotsman and stuff. So that's been a lot of fun too. So anyway, great week. How about you, Gene?
Had to make sure I wasn't going to hillbilly it. Took a second to make sure. Week was really, busy at work. Today I primed probably around 60, 70,000 cases. Just dealing with remand cases, pain in the butt. But got through it. It's Friday. I'm happy to be here. I'm with my favorite folks. Kick back to my chair, relaxing, and we're just going to have a good chat. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Mark, how was your week?
Six, how was your week?
Mine was good. Got my short stroke put back in my rifle. Got a new trigger in the wife's rifle. She's got now a flat face trigger in her Marlin. Got those new grips in for her. Got them installed. Got them at a video for it. And the people that made those grips liked my videos so much they want to send me a free pair.
Awesome.
Can't beat that.
Great.
So that was my week.
That's very cool. Dr. Zink, how was your week?
Like everybody else is busy. Work is busy. And but first I'd like to say hello to everybody on the side chat. I haven't typed to everybody, so howdy out there, everyone. A long week. Today when I got home, sat with the wife for about an hour. Decided I'm going downstairs to do some reloading. So I look up at the clock, it's 7:15. I said, okay, time to clean up. And came up here.
Well, we're glad you did. We're glad to have you. Mr. Viejo, how was your week, brother?
You know what? I had a good week. I got to the range a couple times, and yesterday I've got this Ruger PC9 to take down, and I had stuck a Monstrum LPVO scope on it some time ago and never shot it. I put that scope on there, so I finally got out to the range and got that sighted in at 25 yards. I only shot it at 25 yards, and so next time, now that I've got it sighted in there, I'll take it out to 1575 and see what it'll do. Probably not much in my hands, but that's a fun little rifle to shoot. And then I also shot a whole bunch of steel with my Ruger Mark IV. And I was telling guys in the back chat there that I was cleaning that thing today, and it was pretty dirty. And I took the grips off and was cleaning the frame and stuff, and I heard this little tink, tink, tink as three little teeny tiny little pieces hit the concrete floor and went skittering to places unknown. I did find them, but then when I found them, I didn't know where they went. I didn't know where they went back. The pistol, put everything back together, and the gun worked fine. And it turned out it was part of the magazine release assist. There's a little spring and a little tiny detent pin that's held in place with this little oblong piece of plastic, and all of that's held in place by the grips. So you take the grips off, that stuff can fall out, which it did. Anyway, I got it all back together, but it was frustrating for a little while. But all those things are learning experiences. Stuff happens now and then, but I swear that it took me an hour to find a parts diagram that showed those little teeny tiny parts, figure out where they went. So that was all good. Yeah.
Don't take off the grips.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna, they're nice wood grips. I didn't want to get solvent and stuff all over them, so I took them off anyway. And I'll remember next time. What else happened? Yeah, I went to the cardiologist on Wednesdays. You to get out of here. So you're all right. So your cholesterol numbers are lower than most 20-year-olds that come in here. So you're gonna live forever. So I was happy about that. And it's always good to get a good report from the cardiologist at this stage of the game, right? So I had a good week. It was productive for me. I had a lot of fun. So,
Well,
Mr. Thomas,
thanks for being here, Walter. Go ahead, Mark.
Well, it has been a wonderful week. Been enjoying the heck out of watching everybody's videos, things getting passed around, gifts to everyone. Well, before I do that, though, thanks for having me. Great to see everybody over there in the side chat. It has been a warm one here in Harrisburg. We've had a couple of pretty hot days in the early week, so we spent some of those at the pool. And finally got a little bit of rain and cooled off on Wednesday. Got to watch my son compete in the Harrisburg Mile. His 4x4 team from school took second place, so that was quite a thrill. But I got drenched on the way home on the motorcycle.
That's always fun.
Yeah. People must think I'm crazy because I'm riding out there just getting soaked to the bone. I got a big old smile on my face. I was nice and cool. And just been getting some things done, catching up on some projects that I need to catch up on. Been a while since they've been asked for. And I watched Hillbilly's video the other day about Scotsman, and I thought, oh shit, Scotsman's going to kill him. But it seems we've got the blessing. So I spent a little bit of time today getting something ready. And Mike, I'll talk about this later with you. But I started putting together a couple of projects that I'm going to put into the raffle. And
Awesome.
one of them is going to be a 1911 holster. And this will be something that nobody else will have because I haven't done any of these. I haven't done a whole lot of tooling. But this one will be something for somebody that nobody else is going to have.
Nice.
Not done yet, but we'll get her here in the next couple of days.
Oh yeah, nice Western floral design. I like it.
Nice.
Very nice.
We'll put
I
this in the
hope I
drawing.
win that. Who we kidding? I hope I win everything.
I'm going to do that one. I'm going to do one for
Mark,
a.
he doesn't have my blessing. I'm still not happy about it.
You can't do nothing about it.
But there's not much I can do about it because he already did it. So,
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I figured.
but he's kind of gone the route that I've done in the past, where he just went around me. So I went around many others in the past, and that's just what he did.
Weasel tactics.
Yep.
You mentioned.
So we got a question right here. I guess, Mark, you're about a year into your beard, aren't you? Maybe a little more?
Closer to 3.
Okay. Has it been that long?
Yep.
Time flies.
I started mine in 2018 for a particular reason that I have chose not to share in public. But it has been trimmed back on occasion. And Scotsman, how long you had been growing your beard?
I'm trying to think the last time we shaved it off, because we shaved it off on a live stream for a fundraiser, and that was, I think, 3 or 4 years ago, somewhere in there.
So John started his last month. So by Christmas, you'll start having some good shape and density to it.
The
I've
big
had
thing with
facial hair
beards,
since high school.
the big thing with beards is making sure you take care of it, making sure you're washing it, making sure you're brushing it, and just take care of it. That's the big thing.
Yeah, beard oils and that. Once you start getting some length. Yeah, I started growing when I was able to grow. I've done without the mustache a few times, but I've always had something for 45 years.
Okay, guys, if I hate to have to bring this up, but I gave out a bunch of wrenches a couple of weeks ago, and Patriot Paul put somebody put somebody in timeout. If you're going to do that, make sure you need to. We want everybody to feel welcome here, so let's bear that in mind. And I didn't get to tell about my week, so I went off out of town for a couple of nights with my wife. She was having a seminar for work. So I spent a couple of nights at a pretty swanky hotel down at Stone Mountain Park. A lot of all y'all, I guess, know about Stone Mountain and the big carving on the side of the rock sticking up out of the ground. It's massive. Anyway, so while I was there, I found a particular rifle. It's another Marlin 336. Like I need another one. But I picked that up, and then I called Ricky Baird, and I said, I'm coming through, and I'll stop and see you if you want. He said, well, I'm in Cartersville at Lowe's. I said, well, um, I'm still on 285, so I'm in traffic. And I said, but we'll have lunch if you want. So I stopped and had lunch with him, and he says, come to the house. I got something for you. And he had me a quart bottle of real maple syrup, and I got home with it, and the wife grabbed it, and I haven't seen it since. So I'm hoping we still have some maple syrup. I got.
That'll happen.
Didn't that same thing happen with some chili I gave you?
Yeah, I think my son stole that. But anyway, I got some range lead. I'll pick up and show the ones I can. I got some 308 brass. I got this big old bag of 8mm. No, this is 35 Remington brass. And I've already got in there and got that separated out. I got another bag of 8mm Mauser brass. And I got this. Here's a bag of 38 special brass. So what I can't show you is what CW sent. I'm sure some of that was from CW too, but there's a bucket right here, and it's full of 49 and 45 ACP brass. It's a 5-gallon bucket, and I'll be sorting brass from now on.
It's a full 5-gallon pail. It's off of a police range, so it's definitely all once fired police ammo.
And it's full. And
It's full.
I've got it down about a quarter. And Ricky put it in the car for me. So I got to give a special thank you to CW and to Ricky Baird for all the goodies. And man, I will be. And my son's taking up shooting. He's starting to shoot with me too. He has a 1911 and 9mm. I'm still trying to teach him. He has he got a 40 cal, and we built over Christmas break. We built his first AR-15 from some parts that I bought, some parts that he bought, and some parts that I already had on hand, and it's really nice. It's Aero Precision upper and lower receiver, and I forget exactly what barrel. It's one of the Ballistic Advantage. There's Boomstick Mark IV. What's going on, buddy?
Yes, and by the way, Boomstick's channel is up now, Mark IV. I'll try and get a link in there for him.
So
He's got like five subs.
Boomstick 22LR didn't last very long, did it?
He's got a couple of channels, but this I think
Oh,
is the
okay.
one.
So I think I'm set on brass pretty well for the time being. I'm going to be cleaning brass till, like next 4th of July. So thank you
Just in
guys.
time for the next one.
Yeah.
I want to throw this out there. I've got my 5,000 sub giveaway that I have not done yet. Something told me to wait on this, so I just haven't done any videos on it. So I'm going to be doing a benefit for Scotsman on the giveaway, and I'm going to have a reloaders package and a shooters package. So I'll make the video and get it up here in the next day or so. Watch the video. Just take a small donation to get into the drawing for it, and everything will be sent over from the 5,000 sub Scotsman benefit.
Well,
Awesome.
congratulations, Gene.
Congratulations, Gene.
they'll both be nice packages. Any reloader will be good with getting what I've got in that package, and the shooter will be good with what I've got in that package. I've already got them put together in boxes. Just haven't done it, and something just told me to wait. And this must have been that brother vibe. Sometimes wavy, but it's all good.
Yeah, Big Al said if you're giving away 5,000 subs, he'll take them.
He must be hungry.
He must be. Would you like Italian or what else?
I like the Subway Club.
Yeah.
That's pretty good when you get enough veggies on it. All right, so being out of town for most of 3 days, I was unable to line up a guest to continue on with our series that we're in about competition shooting, and I felt like we kind of probably needed a break from that anyway. But y'all be looking for the next two we got up. We're going to try to have Good Start Shooting School. What's her name? Hillbill?
Brooke Cheney.
Brooke. We're going to try to have Brooke. You got to help me get in touch with her. And we're going maybe one of my church friends who shoots IDPA to come on and talk about IDPA in a week or two. And then we're still trying to work our schedule out with Chad Kelly for PRS. And I'm excited about PRS because that seems to me, and I may be wrong. If I am, y'all please correct me. But that seems to be one of the newer disciplines. And it also seems to be one of the fastest growing, probably because it is one of the newer ones. But it's a lot of movement, a lot of shooting rifles at different ranges and stuff like that, different distances rather than. I'm sure the match is all at one range. It ain't like you go to different ranges, different distances.
Yeah, it's been around for a little bit, but it's definitely growing fast. And as far as IDPA, you could also see if Daniel wants to come on too. He's been to quite a few of those as well.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get him. We can get him off the porch.
Oh, he'll probably still be on the porch, but he might actually join us.
That would be cool. But he does have a beautiful view out there. I don't blame him. I'd probably be out on the porch too. All right, I got a quick question, then we'll go through the side chat. We'll go through the room. We'll make this quick. All it takes is a 1 or 2 word answer, guys. Who will be the Democratic nominee for president?
Mickey Mouse.
I thought he was already in there. Never mind. Just quick opinion. You got a serious answer, Mark? We'll start down there with you.
Nah.
Don't know, don't care.
Nope.
Walter?
I think that despite the rumors of what Biden's going to say, I think that the party is going to promote Kamala Harris. But we'll see.
Okay. Dr. Zink, what do you think?
I don't want to give an opinion on that one because they all stink. And Kamala, or whatever her name, she would be my last choice.
Yeah. 6, what do you think?
Because of the money, they're going to do Harris.
Yep.
They won't lose all that funding.
If she don't get in, if they don't put her there, they lose all that money.
Yep.
So
Well, and we don't do politics here. We're just one of those things that's got to be said. Go ahead, Gene. What are you thinking?
I'm going to go with Mr. or Mrs. Don't care. They're not, on they're not even in my voting site. None of that is. So I'm with Mark.
So Mark said Mickey Mouse, and you're saying Donald Duck.
Donald Duck.
Hillbilly, what do you think?
Oh, either Rosie O'Donnell or Gavin Newsom.
Wait, is Rosie still alive?
I don't
Have
know.
we seen her lately?
Somebody
she
may have
is.
already passed away might run too. We never know about that either.
You
Yeah.
could have went with Joy Reid.
Yeah, I thought I saw where Bob Newhart passed away.
Yeah,
He did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I read that
Yesterday.
94.
Yeah.
Wow.
CW, what's your opinion? Who you think?
Well, I don't like to say it, but I think Gavin Newsom.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know, but
Boy, we're in deep doo doo if that happens.
Is that the governor of California?
yep.
Yep.
Governor of California, and that would be my estimation of their pick as well. Would be probably Newsom, because they know there's no way in any kind of hell,
He's their
regardless
poster
of how
boy.
much they rig it, that Harris could do it by herself.
Yep. He's going to toe the line. He's a pretty boy. You know, he's what they want. So, won't surprise me.
Big Al's got lots of.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh my goodness!
Oh.
Good Lord.
George,
I want to slap you for saying that.
there's Mr. Pollard, Rob Reiner. I was thinking Archie Bunker.
That'd be great. I'd almost vote for Archie Bunker.
Well, yeah, Archie Bunker, you could, but
Yeah.
Harold O'Connor's a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's communist.
Okay, Scotsman, you got an opinion? You thinking Newsom too?
Yeah, like I said, it'll be Newsom, because again, there's no way they're not going to put Harris. There's no way she can do it by herself. And
That shouldn't bother the
Newsom.
Democrats. Biden ain't been doing it by himself for the last 4 years.
just
If
like
you-
CW said, you
Hey.
know,
Hey guys, try this. Close out your chat on your phone. Hit the X, shut it off. Go back to live chat, type on it, and see if you get a survey.
See if you get what?
A survey.
Oh,
I got a
I've had
summary,
so many-
but not a survey.
I've had so many surveys pop up in the last couple of weeks. It's ridiculous.
It's a chat summary.
Yeah.
Survey.
Dudley Do Right was a bad guy, John.
Also
No,
Canadian, wasn't he?
He was a good guy.
Canadian Mountie.
Canadian
Sniper
Mountie. wasn't he?
Whiplash was the bad guy.
That's right.
But like CW was saying, Newsom is a go-to, because Newsom will do as he's told, fall in line, follow the path, and unfortunately, and he's also one of the ones that are a part of the WAF, and so they're going to also endorse him and push that too. So just think about that as well, because that's a huge thing right now too. I'm not going to go down the slippery road here, but there's a lot going on, so you just got to be aware.
Big Al got it. Boris Badenoff was the bad guy, and Natasha
Mm-hmm.
against Moose and Squirrel.
See, some of some of the people they're putting out there, the side chat, I don't even know who they are. The one I've been hearing is Michelle Obama.
That's what I said. Big Mike.
Yeah.
Yep, I've heard that one too, and it really wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Sad state of affairs we are in.
Ozark said the fajitas are ready.
Woohoo!
Good to see Ozark out there. We had a Curtis sighting earlier too. So let's go through the side chat. What can we type, Walter?
Vote.
DNC.
I like it. There's two ways you can vote, folks. Obviously, one's at the ballot box. The other one is how you spend your money. You can vote at the cash register, and it's probably more effective than the ballot box. All right. So let me get back up to the top. Obviously, Walter was number one. He's on the panel and in the side chat. So is CW Longshot. We got Boomstick Mark IV, Big Al, Boat, 6-shooter Texans on the panel and in the side chat. Buzz T Fork 8, reloading from the hot pipe, is on the panel. Mr. James Pugh is out there. William C. Chapin is here. Ozark Spirit, Duffer 426, Artac and Daughters. Patriot Paul, welcome. Andy 79Z28 is on the panel and in the side chat. M.C. Dwayne 7834, Mike Hester the Rebel, Trees of Blowing Videos, Andre D'Angelo, Rollis Carvelis 01 guy, Mr. Pollard, James Pollard's out there, Tim S. Walks Fletcher, Glenn Davis, Artac and Daughters, Floridian, Big Al, Corners and Doors, Thorzax, Daniel God is my judge, Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy, Mr. Bob, Rollis Carvelis, Mark Thomas is on the panel and the side chat. Wes, Ron 2A Matters, CW Longshot again. Hillbilly Up is on the panel and the side chat. Kyle, I like that. And MC's out there. Boomstick again. Ozzy Orsborn, Timothy Burkett, John, Dale Pogue. And I think that's everybody.
There's Crash.
There's Ricky Baird. We got Abigail's out there. Patriot Paul. Edward Petty. Big Al. I'm voting in, writing in Ross Perot.
Hello, Papa.
Man. And I think that's everybody. Papa's Place. Papa's Place just got here. Hey, man, thanks for joining us.
Crash 2.
Crash 2.
Yeah, Crash just got here.
All right. So there we go. And now that we don't do politics and we've beat politics half to death, I had one more question that is semi-politics, semi-history. And I'm probably going to get in trouble, but I'm going to ask anyway. Is there, what other time has there been a presidential candidate who has been shot? or an attempt made on their life. And
Ronald Reagan.
I have not looked this up, so
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan was already president when he was shot.
Oh, I misunderstood your question.
A candidate.
I'm just thinking Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, that's because we talked about that one the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah, RFK was already president too, Walks.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about a candidate. Garfield was also already president, I believe, broke loader too. Good to see you out there, buddy. Thanks for popping in on us. I know Teddy Roosevelt was running for a second term, much like Donald Trump is now, and we were talking about that on Guns, Beer, and Therapy tonight. Good night, Chapin. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Y'all tell Curtis good night.
Night, Chapin.
Now,
That's
Jamie,
right.
your question was when was the last presidential candidate?
No, just some of them, but yeah, the last one would be good before
Donald Trump.
Well, Donald Trump, obviously.
Donald Trump was the last presidential candidate to have to attempted assassination.
RFK.
Sorry. Walks was saying RFK.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing anything where he was anything for him, but
RFK was never president. He was the attorney general under his brother. Teddy Roosevelt, obviously. Robert Kennedy. There's one nobody said yet. And he was doing quite well.
that's probably why they shot at him.
That and the fact he was from the South. That ought to give it away. Curtis got it. That's the one I was thinking of.
Oh,
As soon as I said from the South, he popped that one in there. George Wallace from the great state of Alabama. And that was either 68 or 72. I'm thinking it was 72. Are we missing any?
Gerald Ford received 2 assassination attempts within weeks in 1975 and was not hurt in either incident. That's president, but you know.
technically, he was not elected president, though.
No, he was not. He inherited the position.
Yep.
So since we're on political talk, and we don't usually do political talk here, but we'll just kind of round up the subject a little bit here. Did anyone watch the RNC last night, and what are your thoughts on what you saw and heard from various people who were on the stage?
I got something to say about the song at the end of Trump's the RNC, but that can wait. Did anybody knows like it's an opera song that they all left on, or like at the end they say Trump always picks great music, and why do you pick an opera song? Well, if I'm not mistaken, it's the same song, same opera song. It's called Nissim Dorma. And it played at the end of the movie, Sum of All Fears. And I don't know if you watched that movie. Got Morgan Freeman and I forget Ben Affleck, and like I think he was kind of like the but anyway, the movie was assassination attempt on the president. And at the end of that movie, they played that opera song, and I'm pretty sure that's the same opera song that Trump played.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. I didn't see the whole thing. I missed Trump's speech itself. I was already working at that point, but I heard the ones coming to it prior.
I thought the overall convention was kind of fun, man. They had Hulk Hogan, Kid Rock. You know, they had some seriousness. They had some music. They had some funny. I thought it just looked like a bunch of good people having a good time. Then naturally, I got to watch the other news, you know, at work. I got to listen to it. Look at my phone once in a while, but I listened to it. I listened to the other side. And I heard some stuff on there that I was like, you weren't watching the same thing I'm watching. I don't know what's wrong with you. That wasn't said. That wasn't done. Where do you get this?
I did know some of the headlines that said that Trump rumbled on more than Joe Biden, and I did see those headlines.
Well, you know what I mean.
So
anyway,
how we deal with mosquitoes in the South? John said lava soap. I think he said in Oklahoma. I've always heard Avon Skin So Soft.
Make you smell pretty.
That'll get us off of the politics talk. So, yeah. Anybody got a gun type question? Oh, we're overdue. Oh, we already did the calling out the side chat.
I've been doing some work to my new SIG P226 X5 Legion. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gun. Shoots amazing. Way better than I expected.
You know, years ago, we could actually show guns on a live stream on YouTube.
I remember those days.
I remember on Foreign and Domestic, every Sunday night, we had a gun check.
Hmm?
What are you carrying today?
What you got next to you? What's hiding behind you? Yeah, those were fun. But I'm going to put out this video series on it from first shot to everything that I've added to it. And I've got more stuff coming in. Incredible. If you haven't seen it yet, it's the Sig Sauer P226 X5 Legion. And it is in the Legion greenish gray. Beautiful, beautiful firearm.
So, yeah, Hillbilly, you want to talk a little bit about the fundraiser, or have we done that enough? Or
No, we can talk about that. And I'm glad to, because I made a mistake on my video on the editing yesterday, and on some of the prizes. And so in order on, I'm not really setting a date yet. We know we won't be doing it this Saturday, but possibly the next Saturday, but more likely the following Saturday. I have a goal of a minimum of $2,000 to raise for our buddy Scotsman. And when we hit that minimum of $2,000, I will drink a hard seltzer on guns bearing therapy. I think that's one of the ways I got him to agree with it. Not hating me terribly for doing this, but anyway, but we've had a lot of people reach out, some companies and stuff with great prizes for giveaways. And just to name what I got here, Scotsman himself, he's donating a Burriscope full field E1 4.5 by 14 by 42 with the rings. We have Tactical Fud. He's donating a $50 gift card from either Midway or Brunel's, your choice. He say YouTube channel. This is where I messed up. I said he's donating a Garmin internal and external bag, but it is along with the actual Garmin chronograph. Chronograph. So I mean that's a really nice gift too. Brownworks is giving away their 1776 pistol stand. I showed it on there. Hasbro is giving away a Cold Tack flat bag, and he makes this little adapter that hooks onto the bag. It's nice and wide, and it has an Arca clamp on top of that. And he's doing the whole thing, but he 3D prints this adapter to go from the bag to an Arca, clamp. So the clamp right there on pretty much any rail you have on the bottom of your vehicle, of your gun and stuff. And so it's really a sweet setup. And then Discovery Optics, they're donating a couple, I don't know if it's going to be two the same or two different ones, scope mounts and a scope. And then, like I said, we have some more people kind of reached out. So I don't have all the stuff on the list yet. And plus, I have some stuff around here that I'm going to be throwing on in there too. And there's exciting out there.
Walter. Even though he was muted, we still were right on cue.
Yeah.
Welcome, Mario.
I couldn't get my mouse over to the button fast enough.
All right. So those are some awesome prizes. We're going to come up with something from the guys here on the panel. Let's get down here. Hold on 1 second. Mark Thomas. Go for it.
We're going to put this one in for the tooled 1911 holster, and I'm working on one for a single action army, something more like a 45 Colt, that kind of thing.
Heck
Cool.
yeah.
Good stuff.
Sweet.
Very, very nice.
And I'd like to address that people do want to donate because that's the only way you will be able to get your name in the drawing for the gifts. Like most of the people on this, panel, and a lot of people have my email or contact messages or, contacts and stuff. But basically, you can email me at AmericanHillbillyUp@gmail.com, and we pretty much can take Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, check or money order, however you'd like to give to help out Scotsman. And it's very appreciative, very much. So,
Said we had a few more people there. You want to give out a total yet, or you want to hold off on that?
I don't have. There's some people that's has sent some like just recently, and I don't have their total down.
Your video said like 3, and now I know you said it's up to like 8 or 10.
Yeah, now we have. See. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 donations, and some of them are really, very generous donations. Very thankful for that. And like I said, there's some people that's has emailed me like recently that I've not been able to respond to yet on, but I will tonight, tomorrow or whatever, So I'll make sure I definitely get back to you. And so
And just let me say, guys, again, I never asked for this. I never wanted to ever see myself in the position where this would happen. But I am very, very, very humbled and very thankful for everyone out there who is jumping in and helping out.
Karma, baby. It goes good and it goes bad.
I think you all know how medical bills go, and medical bills ain't cheap. So,
Yeah.
trust me, it helps, and I'm very, very appreciative.
And if anybody would like to put out, just a small video, just bringing awareness to this, um, last Sunday night, Alan B Pro come up a really good hashtag. It's called Heal the Weasel, hashtag Heal the Weasel. So anyway, if you do want to just put out a little short video, just letting people know about it and where who they can contact or anything like that, um, you can use that hashtag.
All one word. HEALTHEWEA.
Heal the Weasel.
Weasel. All one word.
Yeah.
So how do we make a donation?
You can get a hold of me, American Hillbilly Up at Gmail. And like I said, pretty much I think we have all the electronic stuff covered with Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. And then also you can send, a check or money order to like my post office box. And if you're already a good friend of Scotsman's and you have his address, you can go ahead and send that right to him. Just if you don't mind, email me or text me. Let me know uh, what the amount, so I can go ahead and put it towards our total, so we can have like a running total. So
Plus, you'll be put in for the awards.
yeah, and yeah, definitely, yeah. There, Gene Gizzard's got it out there. Hey, Gizzard.
And don't worry if you're one of the winners and something comes up that you either don't need, can't use, whatever, for a prize, you can always turn it back in, get drawn again, or just donate your prize to somebody else. So don't worry about that. Further spread the love.
Yeah, you can always pay it forward.
Yep.
You betcha.
Okay, I will say this, and we've not decided exactly, and it's going to depend on who actually wins the prize. But the guys on the panel tonight from Georgia Shooting Connection will be putting in a package for a reloader. You'll be blessed. Let's put it that way. So we're just putting that. We're going to call it a reloading package, and y'all can imagine what would be in it, and it'll be from the guys that are on the panel.
Is that the one we're going to have a rifle version and a pistol version, Jamie?
I don't know. If y'all want to, we could do two separate ones, and
Yeah, you could have fishing weights and will weights.
well, I mean, they might need a set of dies. They might need some brass and
freedom pills
and pills.
Yeah.
It won't be primers or powder. more than others. But hey, who knows, man? You know, maybe we should do a gift certificate as well. So, yeah,
I'll try to reach out to Midwest now that I'm thinking about it too. See if they'll do maybe a gift card or something.
I think we offer gift cards at the shop. I'll talk to my boss and see what I can do.
That's very nice, Gene. Thank you. If you guys excuse me for 1 second, Ames is hollering at me, so I better go see what the problem is.
Yeah, we might look at like Bass Pro and Shields. That would be another place people could get primers and powder.
one thing we need to know, and what we've done in the past is like $20 gets you one entry. I don't know what he's got in mind. So, have y'all discussed that yet, Scotsman?
I think he's just putting entries in for whoever donates. I don't think it's a certain amount. I know he's asking everyone to at least donate $20, but if you can't donate obviously that much, then donate what you can. But
Yeah, anything's a help, but he's asking for 20.
um,
And we got some really, really good prizes. Hillbilly put a video out, and it's already blown out of the water with increased numbers of things and different things. So it's going to be an ever-changing, really, really good prize.
a ton of companies have jumped in, and it's amazing to see. And one of the things that cracks me up, guys, is people always ask me, why'd you become a citizen? Because of shit like this right here, man. Because this is when people come together, and this is what America stands for. When people come together and help other Americans, help each other out. And again, I never expected to be on the receiving end of it. Never wanted it, but never wanted to be in that position. But here we are, and
Well, heck,
I'm blessed by everyone out here.
Just this week, I think I watched 5 or 6 videos from different, people in our group here that sent things to other people and received things from other people just this week. So that's awesome.
I saw you posted one. I saw Waller posted one. I saw Last posted one. Y'all guys sent each other all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I got 3 myself this week. I got one from Mark Thomas, I got one from Papa's Place, and I got one from Tommy Boy. Yep. So very, very, very awesome. Walter got one. Papa's Place got one, and I sent one out to James Pugh.
I had sent something out to Papa's Place, and apparently at the same time he'd sent something to me, and they just went like this in the mail because both got them like on the same day.
That's hilarious.
Hey, Daniel, do you have any of the pieces left from the one that we transferred into a CZ? Because if you have the pieces left, we can give those away.
I heard Daniel's going to offer shooting lessons for a prize.
Well, I'll throw that out there since you brought that up. If you are close to me, so if you're close to Ohio in any regards, if you're within, I'll say within 2 hours of where I'm at in Ohio, and you need some help shooting wise, I will come and I will help you and teach you and give you lessons. And if you're within that realm of me and Daniel, then we can work together with Daniel and we'll make something happen that way. But Yeah, if you're within 2 hours of where I'm at, I can probably make that drive okay. That's about my max right now because I really can't drive more than that at this point. But if you're within 2 hours, I'll come and help you and teach you and get you going.
Okay, I got a donation sent already. There'll be more come first of the month. Um, got a commitment from Ricky Baird. He's making a contribution. He'll give me cash money. Uh, he'll give me cash next week when I see him, if not over the weekend. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but when I get my phone too close to my computer, it starts making a
I heard it.
sound on my computer. I'm glad I finally figured out what that was. And another thing I'm doing too is I got this 5100 Stevens side by side shotgun, and I'm I think I mentioned it to six, but I got it fitted and I got the barrels cut off this week, and I'm filing down the ends and everything, trying to get everything squared off and smoothed out. I got it filed like I want it, but I'm gonna be smoothing it out with some sandpaper here before long. Then we'll take the gun apart and get it slicked up. So that's going to be good. But right now,
I was going to say, just be careful because by the time you keep matching one edge against the other, you're going to end up about 6-inch barrel.
I cut it 1 1/4 inches too long just for.
Just,
Besides that, my son gave me a cutter, so
Those are great. I bought one of those.
I'll
nice.
make it work.
It's got a stiff switch on it.
More power.
If we would, I know. If we wouldn't get in trouble, I'd get it out and be grinding on it. So, Mr. Blow Smoke, are you ready? Let me see what I can get done here.
That's funny, Buck.
It's time for What's Hot Pot Got. And I hope you are ready, Gene, because I kind of stepped off on a limb, didn't I?
That's all good. I'm always off on the limb. I don't know if I've shown this before or not, but if I have, you're going to see it again. This is a 257 Roberts plus P by Hornady. Nice little cool little bottleneck cartridge there.
Got some taper to it.
Yes, it does. And I've got some actual info on it. I'm going to read this off to you. Hold your horses. All right. The history of the 257 Roberts dates back to the 1920s, when wildcatter by the name of Ned Roberts began to experiment with the 257 caliber. It has been suggested that Charles Newton persuaded Roberts to settle on the 7x57 case design that close friend Colonel Townsend Whalen suggested a 15-degree shoulder. Unfortunately, exact details of the time are sketchy. What is known is that Roberts did indeed adopt the 7x57 case, changed the shoulder angle to a gentle 15 degrees, and opted for an extremely long neck.
Uh, Adolf Nedler, Needner,
Wildcatter. Yep.
built the first rifles in 1928. Following its release, the Remington Arms Company saw potential in the .25 Roberts. Remington utilized the basic concept of the .25 to 7x57, but chose to simply neck down the 7x57 with no other change to it. Since Roberts devoted so much of his time developing the cartridge, Remington, out of respect, named it the 257 Roberts.
So basically, this 257 Roberts was almost the first 6.5.
257 is a lot closer than 264.
Yeah. So I read that a little bit on it. I read a bunch on it, and it's like he got pretty in depth with this. This is a neat little cartridge.
Fondly known as
Around it has low recoil but flat trajectory, and it's kind of been in limbo ever since its introduction. It's never really hit big. It's never really lost out. It's just been around.
That version there is actually a little bit newer than that, Gene. That one, the one you're talking about, is a 257 Roberts. The Plus P version is a little bit later, when they were up against the 2506 and saw the potential for more ballistics and better steels. They could pump up the pressures and get darn near 2506 ballistics out of it.
Well, in my line of work, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. But I just thought that was neat. I did read that about it. I just chose to go back to the beginning of it.
Yeah.
But it's still a 257 Roberts case.
Yeah. The Bob.
And that is what Hot Pot's got.
Thank you, Gene. Willie absolutely loved 257 Roberts. That was one of his favorite bolt gun cartridges.
Not many of those cases come through. I've only seen a few.
Nope, there's not many available either. If you look around for them, they're scarce.
So it's basically a neck down 7mm Mauser.
Yep.
Is that 7x57?
Yep. You could do the 8mm too, or you could neck up the 6mm rem. They're all the same case.
Yeah, I read that too. It's like it's a very interesting cartridge.
Yeah,
I don't see why it never really hit off. It always stayed kind of take it or leave it kind of cartridge.
Well, that brings up an interesting topic. I think a lot of folks, and James Pugh makes good comment. Walks likes it too. Yeah, they do make a 257 improved.
Yeah, Walks. I read where they call it the 257 Bob.
Yep.
I guess they had problems with some of the first ones that they designed because they were using a round nose in some of their experiments.
Well, it got a lot of popularity with that 117 grain round nose bullet. It's a really good deer bullet. Inside a couple hundred yards. Inside a couple hundred yards, there's no difference in the bullet shape. No appreciable difference.
I think sometimes it's really hard for a new cartridge like that to grab traction and really take off when you got people coming back talking about how great the 30-06 performed in the war and that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you got to remember when this came out, it was a different time. Now you look at all the different cartridges that are appearing now, and some of them are taking off pretty good. And they take off because companies get behind them. Companies, and that's a big part of it too. If the company's not getting behind it, you're not seeing barrels, you're not seeing actions, this, that, the other, it's going to apply to that cartridge, then you're going to have a hard time making that cartridge stand and actually get out there.
That goes back a long way, and Remington is a real bad one for that. They've got a lot of great cartridges, and they don't promote anything. I mean, the 260 Remington was a flash in the pan, and later on, the 6.5 Creedmoor came out with Hornady's power and Hornady's marketing, and the 6.5 Creedmoor is something that every single shooter everywhere who's ever picked up a gun has heard of it. But I bet you half of those people don't even know the 260, and the 260 ballistically is a superior cartridge.
Every bit.
But you don't know nothing about it.
I've got some
Why?
of that brass.
All marketing. All marketing.
And you got to have, Grand Thumb put it out there too.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. In recent years, obviously, we have platforms to where we can push it more. And when you have someone who's huge, like Grand Thumb, for example, then you have that platform where you can do that and make it bigger and better and all the rest of it.
But you look today, and the big thing is, faster twist barrels for older calibers. And you see it in everything. The Creed, a lot of it, the Arc, the 6.8 Western, the 7mm, the new 7mm that's out, PRC, all the PRC rounds. Basically, they're rehashes of existing calibers, just massaged a little bit, a little longer, a little shorter, a little different shoulder, a little less body taper, but 98% the same exact thing with a faster twist barrel, so they can shoot longer, heavier bullets for better paper numbers at long range.
Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say. It's a kind of rehashed older calibers with a different name on them, slapped on it, and here you go.
Yep.
But they got
6.8
people back
is a good example. It's basically
jumping out and doing more stuff for it.
The 6.8 SPC is basically a duplicate with a little bit different length to a previous cartridge. I'm trying to think of what it is. It's escaping my memory now. It's blown right out of my head. Anyway, it's virtually identical, but it's got a different twist barrel.
And you got to remember, when it comes down to the things we're doing, that it's a minute change can make a huge difference in anything we do. Whether it be the size of the case, the size of the overall length, this, that, the other, the barrel, the twist rate, little things will make a huge difference.
Yeah, Paul brings out another one about the short fat cartridges that was popular, recently. Well, that was not really a new thing. Remington in the mid 60s did that with the 6.5 Rem mag and the 350 Rem mag. Those were short fat cases. Today we're doing the short fat beltless stuff. It seems to be the popularity with the PRCs. The belts are pretty much, nobody wants to see those anymore, and they're not needed. It's not a necessary thing. So yeah, why do we have them? But yeah, it's just rehashing a little bit, retweaking. Modern conveyances, modern differences can make those older designs better with these modern massages, and new name, and off we go. The 360 Buckhammer is a little bit different than just that. Yeah, it's close to 35 Rem, but it's a straight wall. It's designed for straight wall states. So it's a different new category. So it's not really a duplicate of anything because it's a cartridge designed for straight wall state use. Yeah, it's close to 35 Rem, but the 35 Rem won't work where the 360 is legal. The 35 Rem is not legal where the 360 Rem is in these straight wall states.
And Jamie brings up an excellent point. A lot of times it comes down to the companies making the ammo. If they're not making enough of the ammo, then other companies ain't going to make the guns. And you got to have the ammo to make guns to get everything to drive the whole platform of it. And unfortunately, sometimes it just doesn't happen. Some of these companies just point blank refuse to do anything with it.
And see, that explains the success and failures of a lot of cartridges we've got out there now. Like, if Hornady created the 6.5 Creedmoor in 2007 and they promoted it and pushed it the way they have and the way they did, then, if there's stuff out there, gun companies are going to make it because they see the potential of making the money off the firearms. But 35 Remington is tried and true, and Remington has just left it hanging. But Remington's in the position where they can't really push anything now because they technically don't exist. They exist in name only.
Just the ammo. Big ammo company is the big driver now. Just ammo.
Right.
Yeah.
And you think about this, folks. When it comes to firearms and the firearms world in general, anytime you get into developing, 95% of it starts with ammunition. You go back and you look at Elmer Keith. Elmer Keith was huge in 44 Magnum, 357, and he went to Smith & Wesson. He went to these other companies and said, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I want. And then they built the gun around the cartridge.
Yep. You got a cartridge company making the cartridge. You got a firearms manufacturer building firearms, and then you put the cartridge together and release it. But, things are different today. We got a lot of very smart, unexperienced young people in charge, and all they've known is computers, not talking to people.
Or shooting guns in the woods at game.
Hey, guys, I'm going to bail out.
Thanks for joining us, Andy. We
Night, Andy.
appreciate you, man.
Good to be
Good
here.
night, Andy.
Good night, Andy.
Good night, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Good night, Andy.
So, yeah, we need to get some other guys' opinions. And I know Walter don't think a whole lot about rifle. Six, what do you think about that particular thing?
Yeah, they don't promote a lot of stuff like they should, but I was thinking cartridge I got is 7mm Remington bench rest. They only put it in the pistol as far as I know. Why didn't they go ahead and put it in the rifles too? I think it would have done really good if they sold them in rifles.
Yeah, look at the 6 arc.
Yeah.
That's a 7mm that's very similar. And in talking about that 6 arc, there's got to be 8 or 10 cartridges that are, excuse my French, you're shitting a fart difference. I mean, there's so many that are virtually identical. And that 6mm short action 6mm target genre.
Well,
I'd like to build me a rifle in the 7BR.
Yeah.
One day.
A nice little Model 7 Remington or something like that, or even a mini, if it would fit in the mini Howa. That would be a nice little package.
What do y'all remember the name of that Remington pistol that was like a
XP100
contender? Is that what it was?
It was a bolt action, dog leg bolt action.
That's what I've got.
Yeah.
XP100.
And that's what you got that chamber in?
Yeah.
Right.
It came in a number of cartridges. 221 Fireball, 7BR, 30BR, 6mm BR, yeah. But it didn't get a lot of exposure. It's a silhouette, target style pistol, and typical for Remington, they didn't promote it very much.
Nope. I just seen it in a magazine one day, and I want that. And I went down to the local place and they said, well, as soon as we get one in, we'll call you. And I went down and got it.
They announce it and talk a little about it, and it lives or dies on its own merits, and that's it. And it kind of stinks, but that's how they've done business for 200 years.
Can you imagine that thing shooting 35 Remington?
35 Remington makes a beautiful short action bolt rifle for East Coast deer hunting, or even eastern Midwest, close range stuff. Dynamite bolt action rifle. And Remington made a few. They put it in the 600. You could get them in the 600. You can get them in a couple of different rifles. But this wasn't popular.
There's our brother.
CW, he's talking about the XP 100, that pistol, the bolt action.
Yeah.
One of the big things to remember too is a lot of these companies over the years have had different ownership, and with different ownership comes changes in how the processes work. So, if you got a nice early rifle or a nice early pistol, you might have one of the better ones, and then going forward, you may have one of the ones that has issues. Remington is a prime example. Remington has been bought and sold so many freaking times, it's ridiculous.
But there was a time in this country where they were known simply as Big Green. And that's a fact, Patriot Paul. They never had a great marketing thing. There is absolutely no way that a company like Remington, that was the standard in American firearms, should ever been in any kind of financial trouble at all, in my opinion.
Poor management.
The 870 should have kept them alive by itself.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing right there. Like, dude, the 870 is tried and true and proven. It is one of the finest firearms ever made. So how can that company have so much issues? And the only simple answer to that is where they were based at. They've been all over the place, but they've been based and are not 2A friendly.
Yep. And another thing too, those the 700 bolt actions. I mean, that's the standard, man. The fancy smancy high end custom gun companies are still using that receiver and bolt pattern to make their high dollar stuff now.
Yeah, they turned Winchester on their ear. They caused Winchester to make the pre-64 Winchester. I mean, they were a giant, huge.
Yep.
Yeah, and if you look at Savage is simply a modification of the Remington 100. It's so freaking close, it's not even fun.
Yep, the Howa too. Howa is the same thing. That's basically a Model 700. It actually uses the 700 mounts for their scope mounts.
Well, Walks puts in here, he actually saw a pre-64 and 35 Remington. I'm thinking you're talking about a Winchester
54?
Model 70, which is also an iconic bolt-action rifle. Those were...
Oh, yeah, the pre-64 Winchester was it's a Ford Chevy thing, but it was a better rifle than the Remington. But at the time, the market, a cheaper rifle that was accurate and good looking sold better than the Winchester, and Winchester changed that cloth extractor feed design to a push feed, just like the Remington, because of sale. They were losing sales to a lesser gun that was handsome and did the job just as well. Just the market was willing to sacrifice that control round feeding and save some money doing it.
Well, and one of the big problems too nowadays is these companies answer to lobbyists and all the rest of it that are out there and determine how it's going to proceed forward.
Oh yeah,
And
of course.
not-
There's no
not a huge
one
problem.
owners anymore. There's no one owner companies anymore.
No,
It's like Ithaca. I have 3 Ithaca rifles, and I'd put them up just about anything. 2 shotguns, and well, one's just a little 22 long rifle. But they are great guns. Or at least for me, they've always been great, great shotguns and stuff.
Here's Mock.
What's going on, Mark? I've been meaning to call you, man.
I got to get you back in here. It's been too long. I forgot what you look like.
I know, right? Hey,
Y'all do me a huge favor and keep mocking your prayers too. He's got some issues as well.
For sure will.
Mock.
I can't work the mouse anymore, y'all.
Your up arrow not working again?
Yeah, the mouse is. This computer don't play well with input devices.
I think it don't play well with you, Jamie. What's this deal I heard about Microsoft? What happened today in Microsoft?
It
You were
actually
complaining?
wasn't.
It wasn't Microsoft itself. It was another company that does the cybersecurity.
They're called Ground Strike, and they put out an update overnight. And I woke up this morning to sheer panic on the TV because I turned on the local news, and of course we've got a pretty big airport in Atlanta. All the planes are still lined up at the terminals and back there in the hangars, and nobody's moving anywhere. And it wasn't problems with the computers in Atlanta. It was the computers everywhere else that the planes were going to take off to. It wasn't Microsoft. It was Ground Strike, and a lot of Microsoft stuff.
I think it hit a lot of the Alphabet group because I had a coworker go today to pick up a rifle that came in, and he got flagged. And I think they didn't really get flagged. I think their computers were down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had, like I said, I had doctors all day, and I went to my therapy first, and then I went to my doctor for 10. And when I got there, they told me that Microsoft was down or something or other. Didn't you hear it on the news? I said, no, I didn't hear nothing. Well, we got to push your appointment back to 11. And then when I got in there at 11, because something they had to wait for, I got in there at 11 and did the first part, and I was supposed to get a shot. And they said, oh, you got to come back at 12:30 because the plane didn't make it out of such and such to get the part that we need to put in you for the second part for the shot. Whatever. So I sat around and drank coffee in their coffee shop because it was half an hour, 35 minutes to go home, half an hour, 35 minutes to come back, and I had to be there in an hour and a half. So it just didn't make sense to go home for 10 minutes just to drive that far. So I got.
Hey, Gene's saying he's got to head out. So, Gene, you got something, anything you want to plug before you leave, brother?
Oh, I definitely want to plug the 5,000 sub giveaway for the American Scotsman, Scottish American, and all that stuff. We love you, brother. Let's see. I got to shoot tomorrow. I got a steel challenge tomorrow morning. Then I got a USPSA Sunday. So I'm going to have a busy day going pew-pew on the range. But be sure to look out for my 5,000 subscriber Scotsman benefit donation giveaway. And everything will be headed right over to him as soon as the giveaway is done. And then I'm also going to get something together for Hillbillies, donate there. And then us guys are going to get together and put together a nice package for somebody out there.
That's awesome, Gene.
Awesome,
Very,
Gene.
very nice. We got a great brotherhood here. I love you all very much. And I wish you all a blessed weekend.
And same to you, brother. Thanks for being here, man.
Thanks.
Do
for
well.
having me.
Do well, Gene.
And congrats on 5K, brother.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
congratulations,
Thank you.
buddy. That's
Awesome.
Everybody
And
have a good night, and always remember to keep blowing that smoke.
Too much fun.
Too much smoke.
And with
Or it
that,
gets-
it's probably time for our verse of the week. You saying something, CW?
Yeah, I was going to finish my little story. So
All right.
they had to inject some nuclear stuff in me because one of the tests is a bone scan they did. So I had to wait 2 hours and drink 64 ounces of water to help the whatever these little things they put in my bloodstream soak into my bones so that they could scan it and see it. So it was whatever that stuff was what they were waiting for on the plane.
Oh boy.
Crazy.
So you're gonna
So
glow in the dark now?
That's what I said. I said, "Am I safe around people or what?" Oh yes. He says, "Don't worry about it."
I'm
Just
like,
don't
what?
go through the airport and set the alarms off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do that anyway. I got a titanium knee and I got steel in my chest and that big lump of coal in my head that I call a brain. You know, I got all kinds of things to set the alarms off.
I do too. I got a pacemaker in my chest. So.
Yep.
CW, I would ask, don't you guys order parts at least a day or two ahead of time? Or,
Yeah, exactly. You
I
know?
mean, you wait till that morning and order the parts you need for people?
And they changed this appointment on me at least 4 times. They changed it 3 times today, and they changed it 4 times before that.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Man. And I don't know why this country cannot understand. Computers are nice, but when stuff like this happens, they have no backup. And I think that is the silliest thing that as a country we could do.
Did y'all see where the auto industry got hit a couple of weeks ago? Same thing. I went to go get my oil changed, and they had to do handwrite all the orders.
We got people that make a lot of money to make sure that stuff don't happen, and it still happens.
Right.
But somebody as big as Ground Strike, you would think that they would do a beta test out the wazoo before they just install a patch overnight. Anyway, so let's y'all ready for the verse of the week?
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Yes, sir.
Go.
All right. Y'all know we've been going through the Sermon on the Mount, and we're about to wrap that up. We're getting down to close to the end of chapter 7 here. And if y'all remember, we talked last week about good gifts, bad gifts, and the golden rule. Therefore, whatever you want men do to you, do also to them, for this is the law and the prophets. And that brings us to verse 13 and 14, which reads, Matthew chapter 7, verse 13, enter by the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction, and there are many who go in by it. Verse 14, because narrow is the gate and difficult is the way which leads to life, and there are few who find it. And as I always do, I do some studying and do some cramming on some on these verses as we're getting ready here. And I had one in particular. So the broad way or the easy road is where we all start, right? We all start life on just going through life as we are learning and growing and so forth and so on. But my favorite comment's got to be John MacArthur, and I'm careful about John MacArthur. And if you want to know, just send me an email, and I'll give you my phone number. We can talk about it. I love John MacArthur, but he gets into that predetermination, predestination thing a little bit more than I particularly uh, like. And I think at some point we'll be discussing that, but I think that's something that's in the Bible, and you've got to come to terms with it. But anyway, he says here, there have always been but two systems of religion in the world. One is God's system of divine accomplishment, and the other is man's system of human achievement. One is the religion of God's grace. The other is the religion of men's works. One is the religion of faith. The other is the religion of the flesh. One is the religion of sincere heart and the internal. The other, the religion of hypocrisy and the external. Within man's system are thousands of religious forms and names, but they are all built on the achievements of man and the inspiration of Satan. Christianity, on the other hand, is the religion of divine accomplishment, and it stands alone. What is the divine accomplishment that John MacArthur is talking about? The divine accomplishment there is God's Son's work on the cross, his sacrificial, atoning death for us. And that's what it's all about. And I think one of the things that really stands out here, did I put those on the board? Did I show the verses?
Yeah, you showed them.
Okay. I think the things that I think it's all about God's work. And this thing right here, these two verses are telling us that the road that leads you to heaven is not an easy path. Remember, Jesus says to take up your cross daily and follow me. But on the other hand, he also says, come to me, ye who need rest, because my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So we can go through life on the wide gate that leads to destruction, the broad path that a lot of people are going down, or you can go the narrow way, the narrow gate, and do the tough things and temper your decisions on how you conduct your life by the way the Lord wants you to live. And I think that's basically what we're talking about here. It's one way or the other. Questions or comments?
This one is almost self-explanatory, and it contains a phrase that I know my dad used all the time, and we always had King James version of the Bibles, and it reads a little bit different here and there. And this one says, "Enter ye in at the strait gate, Strait, like the Straits of Gibraltar." And I was a little kid; it took me a while to make that connection that word means narrow. But my dad was always telling me when I go about, "You better walk the straight and narrow, young man." And then it didn't occur to me until much later where that came from. I knew what it meant right away, just by the tone of his voice. Straighten up and fly right. You better walk the straight and narrow. Well, there it is. It's right there. And so I think it means what it means. There's not a whole lot hidden here. It's saying, hey, you can come in, but it's not going to be easy. You want to get here, you're going to have to toe the line. You're going to have to walk the hard path. And the rest of it, I'm sure we'll get to later on in the series. That kind of how do you know who's walking with you? How can you tell?
You know how to tell when you're not being a leader? Turn around and look behind you and there's nobody there.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, so we got 556 Media joined us, and we lost Rick. Maybe he'll be back in a minute. Yeah,
I
Daniel,
never heard him say whether or not he and Texas Penny have a match coming up this weekend. They might.
there's Hasbro. Welcome, brother. We just finished the verse of the week. I hate you missed it.
Hey, Has.
Six says his internet dropped.
Uh-oh.
So come on back on if you can get it straightened out in time, Six. If not, thanks for being here. And I really like Daniel's comment. I'm gonna put that back up here. And wide path is to please man, narrow path is to please God. So stand up, don't go with the crowd, do the right thing. That's the hard thing. You know, we all know in our deepest part of our being what's right and what's wrong. And there he is back. There's my brother. So you know what's right and wrong, and you know it's not always the easiest thing to do the right thing, and I think that's basically what those two verses are talking about. Yeah, Hasbro, you drive careful, brother. Don't worry about us.
That's right.
So I got
5.56 Media sounds like he's going to be asking for trouble from the host platform, we'll call it. Got something up his sleeve.
Gee, I was muted. Believe that or not, I'll be darned.
you got comments about the verse of the week, man.
Yeah, I
All
thought
right,
you
go
guys
for it.
just didn't like them.
Oh, this first we're hearing about it.
No, I was just gonna say I think that's I think maybe quite possibly that's where Robert Frost's poem, come out about the road less taken or road not taken, which is a very good poem.
Yeah,
And
the road less traveled.
yeah. And so I think there's a lot to that saying. I mean, sometimes you can look at somebody, maybe you've known them for years or whatever, and you can see their path that they are, taken compared to others. And, I think it's really visible, if you know somebody, a couple people maybe or whatever, and like one that's gone this way, one's gone this way, and I think it's pretty much really visible. And
I agree.
Yeah. All right. Any more gun stuff we need to talk about? Six, you ain't said a whole lot this evening. What's on your heart, bro?
Not much. Just been busy working. Got a couple of videos I got to edit. That's about it.
So I got to catch up on all you guys' videos. Y'all have all got videos out that I hadn't seen yet.
me too.
I expect better of myself. And yeah, 556, join the club, brother. They hate us all. And it's just part of doing business with them. And if something does happen to and I know you got that name and you got that got that brand already out there that you've been building, but yeah, a name like that kind of
It might attract their attention. Is that what you're saying?
I think maybe. And then again, on the other hand, um, most liberals have no idea what 5.56 actually is or means.
This is true.
Uh, Six, I want to say something to you. Last week when we were in the back chat and you left, and I said, dang, I meant to tell him I like that cross in the background. I appreciate that cross being on your mantle, brother. I do. I appreciate that very much.
Got several of them up there.
And
That's actually, you talking about the one up on the mantle?
yes, I see one across on the wall now.
Yeah, over there on the wall. Wife's got more over there. There's one over here. There's in the kitchens. There's a bunch of them.
Wow.
That one there, she got from. It was like a old folks' home. It's rolled up newspaper.
No kidding.
Yeah, rolled up like little pencils and glued all together.
Wow.
No, we don't.
I got one. Actually, I've got two. I got one right up there that's walnut, like a gun stock, made out of gun stock wood. And then I got one right there. Y'all can't see it, but it's one that Rigby got me from an estate sale about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Cool.
So with that, I guess we need to start clearing the deck for Gizzard Gary and the hens. Who wants to go first? Oh, Hillbilly always goes first because he's got to tell Gizzard Gary what buttons to push.
Oh man, yeah. Actually, I was just putting out Gizzard's link for the show there. Man, yeah. Up next is Gizzard Gary Foul Territory, and after that is Gun Website 2A Weekly Wrap Up. So still a lot left tonight. A lot of good stuff. So if you enjoy wonderful live shows like this one, and I'm very thankful to be a part of it. I appreciate you guys inviting me. Always fun, always a great side chat. Great way to start out the weekend. I just love it every week. Man, what I got coming up, we got Guns, Beer, and Therapy tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. And we are going to have a special guest on there. We're having somebody from Discovery Optics is going to be on there. And so pretty excited about that. And then, of course, we'll be talking a little bit more about the fundraiser for Scotsman also. Got videos coming out this week. We're going to be pushing, taking the 201 Bear Creek 22 rifle. We're putting a nice big scope on it and taking it out of ways, seeing how it does. So anyway, and probably some more stuff, I'm sure. But anyway, thank you all so much. I really appreciate you and love and each and every one of you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, brother. Six, you want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next. I got a couple videos I need to edit. We're going to the range in the morning, test all the guns I worked on this week. Let her shoot her pistols with the new grips on it. I got some shotgun shells I worked on. I modified. I'm going to go test those. I got the Cicadia target, so I'm going to shoot some Cicadias this weekend.
Yeah.
Another challenge?
Yeah.
Awesome. Send them over to me.
Okay, I can do that. I forgot the B Fox guy sent it to me, so because y'all can hear them suckers in my videos when I'm out there.
Oh yeah.
They're loud, man.
Yeah, they can get loud, man. I can't see them. I've never been able to see them. They used to have friends that would shoot them out of trees with BB guns, and I can't even see them. It's like, man.
They're not pleasant to look at.
No, they're not. No. That's
But
what I've got going.
one thing about it, though, after this summer, they'll be gone for another, 8 or 9 years?
Yeah.
7, I guess.
I don't
Ever
know. I
how
hear
long?
them all the time. I seem to hear them all the time. So, yeah, if anybody wants to shoot my challenge, it's out there too. Just email me and I'll send you
Yeah, you got the lifesavers.
Target.
And now you got the lifesavers. That's yours.
I thought that was a cool one. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
send it
idea.
to me. I'll shoot it.
I remember the other
All
one you were
right.
talking about when you first did it with the wintergreen. You put them on a piece of
Yeah.
paper, and that was pretty neat too. I'll bring that one back.
Yeah. I didn't want to put out using the real lifesavers because everybody's got to go to the store and get them and all that, and just print out paper. So, but yeah, old Charles Irby, he over on Discord, he loved that challenge.
Yep. Yeah, I miss him.
We all miss him, man. Charles
Yep.
Irby was a good dude.
I used to talk to him quite a bit.
Old Charlie was something else.
I didn't get to talk to him a whole bunch, but he come on the live streams with us and in the side chat quite a few times, and he had a lot of knowledge and was a good dude.
He was funny. We used to be on Cast Bullet forums together, and he would read the stuff I'd write. I read the stuff he write, but he wouldn't reply to anything I wrote. He would call me, tell me about this, or do you believe what such and such said, or what's. It was funny because he could have wrote it right in the forum, and we could have all. Nope, we didn't want to do that. He called me.
I loved old Charlie.
Yep.
Who wants to go next? Mark? Walter? Mark, go for it.
Sure.
Mark.
Well, just been a great night. Been awfully good conversation. Great side chat. Good to have everybody here. I guess about the only thing I didn't mention earlier, I had some reloading I did this week. I did some 45 Colt. I did some 223. It was real nice. I took a stab at reload some of those aluminum case 45 ACP that JW sent me. Nope.
Not happening, huh?
Nope. I did about a dozen, and half of them split. That's enough. I'll shoot the ones that I loaded and see how they come out, but that's going to be it for that. I did some more 45 ACP with some nice jacketed hollow points, and I did some with some cast bullets I had. But yeah, that's been pretty much it this week. Just been
Cool.
awfully nice to see everybody. Great hanging out. Beautiful Friday night. So let's all enjoy ourselves, and anybody who wants to stay up later, go over and check out Gizzard Gary.
Thanks for being here, brother. We appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
We'll talk. I might have to order myself one of those 1911 holsters if I don't win.
You don't win it?
If I order one and send him the money, then I'll win it.
There you go.
I've been looking for a holster so I can maybe shoot the Wild Bunch.
Well, there you go. That's your man right there. And y'all don't forget MCK does some leather work too when he has time, when he's filling up to it.
I'm really glad to see the floral stuff. That's just a touch of class.
Yeah.
Harder work and more to do, but
I
It's
tried
classy.
it. That was about 3.5-4 hours of work today.
oh
So
yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah,
we'll see what comes of it.
that's a premium line. Your premium line you can offer. You charge a little more money for it,
There you go.
plus more to do, and there you go.
Yeah, I watched the video. We'll talk about that in the after chat.
Yeah.
I saw a video today. I think it was Walker's Leather. They're big time in CAS. Anyway, we're losing viewers. We got to get out of here. Go ahead, Walter.
Well, thanks so much for allowing me to participate with this crowd. This is a great bunch of folks. If anybody out there is new and you ain't figured that out yet, this is the place to be on a Friday night. Keep you out of trouble, out of the bars and off the pole for sure. And I really enjoy every minute of it. As far as what I got coming up, let's see. We got that Free the Few series going on over in Rumble. That's casting and loading. I'm putting all that stuff over there. I just can't do it on this platform anymore. I get in trouble too quick. So that's continuing on. We got another Hensley and Gibbs mold that we're going to put up next week. The number 130, very popular 45 ACP design.
Good one.
Got a lot of copycats out there, so that'll come up next week. And on the YouTube channel, I'll be continuing the rebuilding that RL 550B project. We're going to start tearing that one down this come Monday. That'll be the video. We'll take it all apart and talk about the differences between that one and the 550C and issues I had taking it apart and putting it back together. Some of it was go get a bigger hammer vehicle. But that's what we got. A couple range days next week. I gotta cast and shoot some of the bigger calibers. I've been Mickey Mousing around with 45 ACP and 9mm and little stuff, and I got some 10mm and 41 mags staring me in the face. Said, "Get us out too. We're not having any fun here in this safe. Get going." So I think I'm gonna shoot some of the bigger boys next week. So that's what we got going on over here at Casa de Viejo. Avoiding the smoke from the fire, but it's not bad.
We appreciate you being here. Thank you. Scotsman, what you got coming up?
Probably not a whole lot. I'm hopefully maybe this week I can try and get out and do a little bit of air gun shooting, get some of these challenges tried out. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still having a hard time sitting for a long period of time in one spot. So that's why the camera's off, because I got to keep shifting and adjusting. And I know it kind of bothers people when you see people moving around a lot. So that's why the camera's off. But hopefully I can try and get out and do some of that. I have a couple ideas for challenges too. So I'm going to get with Elijah and see if we can come up with a couple different things. I have them in my head, and I know he's the guy that can make them come together. So watch for those. Other than that, man, I just appreciate everyone out there in our community. I've said it many, many times over the years, but you all make me proud to be here and proud to be an American, because this is what we all do. We all come together and help when help is needed. Again, I never asked for it, never wanted it. Someone snuck in the back door like an ass, and that's okay though, because that's what I've done over the years too. I've done it to many people, many people over the years, and it was bound to happen at some point. So I really do appreciate it, and trust me, it's really going to help. Again, just so you guys kind of know what's going on. I have some lower back issues, and I have some hip issues going on right now, and I'm in physical therapy and working on getting an MRI just to make sure nothing else is going on. But having some issues with doctors and so on and so forth. So trying to get that figured out. But in physical therapy, doing stretches and different things, I'm able to walk a lot better than I was a week and a half ago. And basically just icing my back and my hip every day and just pushing through and doing what we have to do. So we'll keep doing that and doing what we do. But thank you to everybody that has donated, everybody who intends to donate, and to everyone out there who keeps supporting not just this channel, but all of our channels. Guys, I thank you so much. I really do. It's the epitome of what makes America America.
Well, we're glad you're here, and we're glad we're able to help, and we're hoping that you get feeling better real soon, brother. And we're gonna get some stuff together for a prize, and of course, we'll be making donations as well. And in the meantime, to anything you need, you just give me a call. We'll do something. And I'm proud we are able to help. And with that, we got to get out of here. What you got coming up, CW?
Oh, I've got a bunch of videos. I'm still on a video a day. I got videos up until the middle of August, so got a lot of them in the queue. This coming week, I've got. I'm going to show you about the new barrel I put on the Ruger Precision. I'm going to talk to you about some books that I recommend you pick up and read and look through if you're a reloader, or if you're just interested in cartridges in general. I'm going to do a couple more challenges, and I discovered a problem with my one of my 1022s, and I go through my fixes on that. And I think come the end of the week, I get to the range with the Whalen again, and we shoot some of those cartridges I loaded up to fix some of the shortness problems that I had pushing that shoulder back. So we've got a lot of stuff come up this week, and I've got cartridges on every even day. So every other day, 9 o'clock at night, I've got a short coming out on a new different cartridge, hopefully you haven't heard of before. So 60 seconds, I can tell you all I know about it.
Awesome.
You got a bunch of good ones up there, man. Stuff I'd never heard of,
Yeah,
let alone
yeah.
ever saw before. Yep.
That
I got a
one
pile
today was a neat one when you did today.
Yeah.
I got a pile of them. And just want to say that I think this is great, Hillbilly. I am on board. You know, I've already sent a portion in, and I got to get with you on the other things we talked about. Scotsman's going to find out anyway, but he's not going to find out tonight. He has been orchestrator of a weasel affair in my behalf, and it's my turn to get him back. So that's coming. I'm sorry to hear I'm sorry to hear the problems, man, but I like the fact that we get to you get to reap what you sow. And that's going to be it's going to be an enjoyable one. So
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry you're not feeling well, and I'm glad to hear you're doing a little better, and I hope it gets better fast. And through the healing hands of Jesus and all the prayers, you will get there.
Yes, you will. And with that, we're gonna get out of here and clear the deck for Gizzard Gary. We hope y'all watch him if you're gonna be up for a while. With that, we hope the Lord blesses y'all real good. And if he's willing, we'll see you next Friday night at 8 o'clock.